4 a.m. on a Monday morning, holding on to the Sunday night. Outside the cats are brawling under the broken old street light. Up in the sky.
How y'all doing? How's things? We've got to that time of the week once again that we're gonna kind of look through what happened on my vlog during the week. It's been obviously a little bit of a strange week just due to the fact that I lost a friend during the week, but that's also all the way through this process. The idea was that I will share my life or even things that happen in my life, and so somewhere along the line this was bound to happen, that we will lose people along the way if I keep on doing this year on year after year. So that's just the way it is, and I hope this week's song kind of brought out some sort of idea of celebration for that life, rather than try to make kind of a sad. But I mean, obviously there's elements of sadness will drip into this week's vlogs. That's unavoidable when I kind of reflect on things that happened. Some of you might be wondering why I haven't mentioned the person's name or I haven't gone more in detail. But the thing is that I don't want anybody to think that I'm trying to include this person in my vlogs just to get my numbers up, because I have no interest in that. I'm sharing you my experience of it, and I think the way I've done it is more kind of honest, in the sense that it's more about my feelings than trying to utilize the people who knew this person. And I mean, this has been a lot more personal than anything else, and I hope you guys understand that as well, because I really don't want it to look like you know, I'm trying to grab somebody else's sausage and try to make something beneficial out of it, because that was never the case. So on to this week's stuff. First of all, let's start with this week's song. As this pre-talk already talked, this week's song was very much about a friend of mine who I lost. It's called Living Till the Day He Died, which is kind of the way I saw him. That he flew the flag high until the very last minute, and even in the funeral I heard stories about him, you know, getting cover for his gigs, you know. in the last week, you know, somebody's got to cover my gig. I'm playing this Thursday here and there, and he only gave up in a very, very last few weeks. Well, he never gave up, but he gave up on being able to do all the work in very, very last weeks. Like even a couple of months before, he was touring with a theater company and doing what he loved, you know. So to me, that's something that I look up to a lot, being able to do that, and hope that when my time comes I'll be able to keep on going to the very end, because I love what I do, and I think sharing this stuff it's a passion of mine. So I hope I'll be able to do this to the very end. Yeah, the song is about all those emotions, and it's kind of from a perspective of the loved one who's just right in the middle of losing the person. And I think even that it was written from whatever I was going through, I think a lot of people can kind of pick up on something similar in their lives somewhere along the way and relate to the song. So check it out, let me know what you think of it. Also, don't forget that the song is up on Bandcamp. You can go and download it right now, and it would really mean a world to me if this song got loads of downloads. Once again, I'm not worried about if you don't have money, just put $0 on the price. In my eyes, you're not devaluing my music by downloading it for free. You're keeping the memory of a man alive, so that means a lot more to me than any amount of money. So then on to this week's vlogs. On Monday's vlog, I did an interesting experiment. I experimented with the GoPro Hero session and how I could use it for running. I had a running bag and I tested it into the bag. Looking back afterwards, it worked to a certain extent, because I could just stop and film stuff wherever I wanted. But it still can't really capture the running parts. It's too shaky for that. But it's something to work on, and I think just the GoPro session is really handy for that kind of bring you with you when you can't really bring anything else. I'm actually really enjoying both of the GoPros. Still trying to get my head around them. It's a lot of things to figure out, and I probably will go back and do more detailed vlog about them some stage. But yeah, check it out. It's a vlog 183 running camera experiment. Last weekend I filmed our Saturday night show with the Liberty Hell in the Porterhouse, and it was kind of the most elaborate filming thing I've done so far. It was 4 cameras, and I talk about the process of recording it and how that went in Tuesday's vlog, and then later on in the week I'll actually talk a little bit more about the editing and show you some of the results. But it was a lot of hard work, and the actual editing part ended up being a lot more hard work than I ever imagined. But I enjoyed it, and I'm really proud of the results. But in Tuesday's vlog, I kind of talk about the actual recording process of it and how I went about it, and so hopefully you'll find that interesting. And check it out. It's called Vlog 184, Capturing a Live Show. Then on Wednesday, usually Wednesdays have been my studio days, but I kind of swapped around a little bit the vlogging schedule just to be a little bit ahead of the game. So Wednesday we got on to the songwriting, and I kind of wanted to, as I said, this week's song was important for me, so I wanted to kind of involve you guys from the very beginning. And so this is the day that I'm writing the song, and it's the whole process of writing the song, and I'm playing bits of it for you guys as fresh off the oven, as like still trying to figure out in my head how to phrase the lines and all that sort of stuff, just to give you an idea of the growth, because then we follow on that on the later on this week on the vlogs as well. So check it out. It's called Vlog 185, Songwriting What's in My Mind. Then on Thursday's vlog ended up being the studio vlog then, and so Vlog 86 studio day, catching up on time. And again, I tried to kind of capture more of a fly on the wall kind of view of the studio process, because I have now a chance to put a few extra cameras here and there, and it's not a big deal to do it, and I think it kind of makes it kind of cool and nice looking. Still probably need to work on the lighting of the studio room, but we'll see. I think it'll turn out to be a nice thing eventually. But yeah, it's an interesting view, and I try to kind of have you, instead of walking through all the recording process, I do talk about a little bit of it, but mainly just walk you through or show you while I'm working what it looks like, and you're gonna get to watch me work. So check it out. And then Friday's vlog, was the day that I had to go to the funeral, so I didn't really have time to vlog as much, but I took the time to sit down, and which is becoming a tradition as well, to talk about this week's song more in detail. So that'll give you everything you need to know about this week's song, so go and check it out. And then the last vlog of the week has a part of the vlog, it's one of my proudest video things, which was the actual recording, the bit of the concert, and I actually edited it, because it's a 4 camera setup edited into one film. It involves a lot of stuff, and because I had footage for the whole show, and then have to pick up the right bits of it just for this little shoot, and what you see is live, captured from 4 different angles, and putting them together so that everything matches and batches. And you have to also realize that it involved mixing the sound as well as the video. So yeah, it was a big process, but I'm really proud of the results. And I was thinking about this as well, that what I actually achieved, I mean, it's by no stretch of imagination is it perfect, but for me to get somebody to do anything even at that quality and at that level, it would cost me a fair bit of money. And this comes down to the same thing, like obviously all the equipment that I've kind of collected over the course of time adds up to it, but once you start to have these little tools, and starting from just as simple as your camera on your phone, you can do a lot of things by yourself if you just put a little bit of imagination, try to work around any of these situations, and you can make great things. And as an artist or a band, there's nothing more solid for promoting your music than a video. There's nothing better to try to get some bookings than a video. Video is something that you need to have. And this is me showing that I didn't have a budget to go and hire somebody to do it, so I did it myself. And if I can do it myself, so can you. Now, it did take me it was a long learning curve, and I definitely will be improving on it as well in the future. But my journey of filming these vlogs, filming rehearsals, filming videos before, trying to do all sorts of little things, learning to use the software, it's led to the point that I was able to do this, which is to me is a big achievement, and I'm very proud of it. So go and check it out. I also will be some stage in the near future release just the video part of it alone as well. So there we go. That wraps up this week's vlogs. Let me know what you think of everything. I know it was again, a little bit of emotionally charged week, but that's just the way it goes. And please let me know what you think about my live recording as well, because I'm very, very proud of that. And I would love to hear your thoughts on this week's song. So leave me comments here, or you can leave them in Twitter or Facebook or Instagram as well. And YouTube, of course. Losing my train of thought. It's still early. I'm still on my first cup of coffee. And just before I let you go, a quick bit of housekeeping. If you do enjoy what I do and you want to support me, the best way to do that is through my Patreon campaign on my Patreon page, which is www.patreon.com/JPKALLIO. And the way it works is that you can pledge. It's once a monthly pledge, and you can pledge from as little as $1 a month. And it's a very transparent system. I'm really enjoying it, and I highly recommend any other artist using it. And yeah, everything you support me there will help me make these vlogs better, help me release that one song a week, and it will be helping us to do some more live shows as well. So yeah, get on board if you can. And if you can't, the little thing you can do is just go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That means the world to me as well. We're getting very, very close to the 1,000, so let's keep it going, guys. Thank you very much once again for watching, and hopefully you can stick around for next week. It's going to be hopefully a cool week. I've got a couple of things in mind, a couple of things you guys have mentioned, so I have to get on cracking on those. Now, just have a great start to the week, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.
Somebody else. There ain't much left underneath the broken shell. Tears swell up in your eyes one last time. You never gave up on living till the day he died.